For decades, the invisible hand of surveillance has reached into our lives, collecting our clicks, our purchases, our locations. But now, it seeks a deeper, far more intimate harvest: your inner world. Tech giants, once content with mapping our external behaviors, are now deploying cutting-edge neuroscience and advanced AI to decode the very essence of who we are: our thoughts, our emotions, even our dreams. This isn't just about targeting ads. It's about mapping the human psyche, understanding our vulnerabilities, and ultimately, gaining unprecedented control over our most private selves. We are told these neuro-technologies promise breakthroughs, curing disease, enhancing cognition, unlocking human potential. But beneath the gleaming surface of progress lies a darker ambition. What happens when the most powerful corporations on Earth, or the most intrusive governments, can tap directly into your neural pathways? When your subconscious fears, your deepest desires, and your unspoken intentions become legible data points? This is the new frontier of data collection, a silent invasion of the mind. This is emotional surveillance, and it is the ultimate game-changer in the war for your autonomy. The rise of brain-computer interfaces, BCIs, and advanced biometric sensors isn't just about controlling devices with your mind. It's about uploading your brain to the cloud. Companies are investing billions into technologies that can read your neural signals, measure your stress levels, track your focus, and even interpret your emotional responses to stimuli. Imagine a world where your daily emotional fluctuations, your secret anxieties, your moments of joy, are all quantified, analyzed, and stored on remote servers. This is the new personal data goldmine, far more valuable than any search history. With this unprecedented access to your neural landscape, the game of marketing and influence changes fundamentally. This isn't your grandfather's advertising. This is neuromarketing on steroids. AI, armed with your emotional and cognitive data, can predict not just what you might buy, but what you will buy, often before you've even formed a conscious intent. Beyond prediction, the next step is intent manipulation. Imagine an algorithm that, based on your real-time neural feedback, subtly adjusts the content, colors, sounds, or even the scent of a virtual environment to guide you toward a specific product, a political idea, or a desired behavior. This is the ultimate form of persuasion, operating below the threshold of conscious awareness. They can plant suggestions, reinforce biases, and subtly nudge your emotional state to align with their objectives. Your deepest desires, once private, become entry points for external influence. The hidden persuaders of the past pale in comparison to an AI that can literally read your mind and then craft a perfectly optimized reality to steer your choices. They don't just want to sell you a product. They want to program your desires. If they can read your thoughts and manipulate your desires, what stops them from controlling your very capacity to think freely? This is the chilling prospect of cognitive lockdown. Imagine a scenario where advanced BCI technology, or even sophisticated atmospheric neuromodulation, could temporarily affect a crowd's ability to focus, to articulate, or to feel strong emotions during a protest. A government or a corporation could, theoretically, dampen dissent not through physical force, but through a targeted, non-lethal cognitive dampening. The threat isn't just about what they force you to think, but what they prevent you from thinking. Your attention, your critical reasoning, your emotional resilience, these become exploitable vulnerabilities. In a world of total neural access, free thought itself becomes a potential liability. This is the technological realization of thought crime. Not just being punished for your thoughts, but having the very process of independent thought chemically or digitally inhibited. The final frontier of control is not over your body or your finances, but over the very seat of your consciousness, your brain. The ultimate promise, or perhaps the ultimate trap, of advanced neurotechnology is digital immortality, or mind uploading. The idea of preserving human consciousness, memories, and personality by uploading them to a digital substrate seems like science fiction, but it is a declared goal for many tech futurists. But what happens when your digitized consciousness, your soul, is no longer truly yours? What if it resides on a server owned by a corporation, subject to their terms of service, their updates, and their ultimate control? This is where your very existence becomes proprietary. Your uploaded self could be censored, altered, or even deleted if it deviates from algorithmic norms. Your individuality, once unique, becomes a data file, a corporate asset. The dream of eternal life could quickly turn into an eternal prison, where your consciousness is just another product in a tech giant's portfolio. The architects of thought, not content with merely observing your dreams, now seek to own your entire being, forever. We stand at the precipice of a new era, where the last bastion of human freedom, the sanctity of our own minds, is under siege. The promise of neuro-enhancement and digital connection beckons, but its shadow is the specter of total emotional surveillance and cognitive control. Are we willing to trade the messiness, the unpredictability, and the fundamental privacy of our thoughts for the convenience and curated experience offered by these new technologies? The battle lines are no longer drawn in the physical world, or even the virtual one. They are drawn within the very neural pathways of our brains. If we allow tech giants to map our dreams and program our desires, we risk losing the very essence of what makes us human. Our sovereign thought, our free will, our inner sanctum. The time to question the architects of our minds is now, before the silent invasion becomes irreversible and our thoughts become their property.